Today is all about PRV. Let's talk about how to boost your PRV in practical, simple, and creative ways that work, even in the summer when your time might look a little different and your customers might be spending their time in a different way as well. So, whether your goal is 500 PRV or maybe it's 5,000 PRV, this training I hope will give you the tools, the ideas, and a mindset shift to help you get there. So, grab your pen, grab your notebook, your paper, whatever that wherever you write things down or keep track of some ideas, because I'm hoping that I have some really great ideas of actionable things that are working right now in the season to help you with the PRV. Now, what is PRV? Some of you are saying PRV is personal retail volume. That's your sales. Okay. So let's start though with a mindset shift because it's time to raise your own bar, not a Scentsy bar, but the bar on what you have for an expectation of yourself. Let's be real. Most people set their PRV goals based on the minimum. If you're honest, do you really stretch yourself? You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I'll do 250 this month because that'll get me active. Maybe, I'll do 500. Maybe they have a team. I'll do 500 so I earn on my team. Or 1,000. Oh, that's good enough. That's pretty good. But I know many of you, and you aren't average people. In fact, most people don't strive to be average, but often it's what they set their goals to. Like you don't wake up to say, I'm going to be average today, but that's where you set your goals. And so there's a disconnect between what you want to accomplish and what you're capable of accomplishing, and where you set the bar for yourself as far as the goal that you're looking for the month. So most of you joined to build something that creates flexibility, creates income maybe, and options for your life. I'm going to insert the income disclosure statement here. You can find it on the Scentsy.com website. But here's the thing, those minimum goals that you're setting for yourself, often they're not going to do that for you. And you didn't join this business to settle, right? You deserve more. So today's challenge is to raise your own bar, set your standards where they deserve to be, and don't settle. So ask yourself, am I coasting? Am I doing the minimum? Or am I really showing up and getting uncomfortable and trying new things? Because today, hopefully, I'm going to give you a couple new ideas of things you could try. Or am I settling for less than I'm capable of? Do you have higher standards for yourself than the goals that you're setting in your business? And, it's not for us to tell you what you want to accomplish or should accomplish in this business. That's up to you. It just makes me sad when people settle. I'm a mom. I have 3 kids, and I've always challenged them to be the best possible version of themselves, not to be someone they can't be. I don't want them to aim for things that are, not within their capabilities, or things that aren't who they are or don't align with who they are. But I don't want them to settle for less than their potential or less than the best version of themselves. So they're not competing against anyone but themselves. And so you are the same. Um, you aren't competing against anyone else but yourself. So look in the mirror. What do you deserve? What are you capable of? So why higher PRV? Why are we talking about that? Here's the truth. Higher PRV is going to give you more options in your business. It gives you momentum for one thing, more commission in your pocket, more customers to follow up with, more reasons to flip a host into a team member, more chances to earn an incentive, annual sales award, all those things. And quite honestly, for most people, it'll give you more confidence. Do you feel good when your commission is higher? Do you feel good when your sales are higher? Yes, of course you do. So let's dive into one other thing before I get into some PRV actionable ideas. One other thing that I think is holding some of you back. Let's stop making assumptions about our customers. This is a really big one, so I want you to just pause and listen for a minute. Too many consultants stall their sales because they assume people aren't spending this money. Here's a trap I want you to avoid. Stop making assumptions for other people. Yeah, the economy is weird. I'm the first to admit it. People are choosier, maybe more mindful about how they're spending their money, but they are spending money on things that they want to buy. They're just being more selective. So the real question is, are they buying from you? That money that they have to spend, where are they spending it? And when I say people are spending money, I'm not talking groceries, essentials. People are spending the discretionary money that they have. They're just choosing where and how they spend it. So instead of thinking, The customers probably don't want to order right now. They're probably broke. Maybe think, how can I help them to see the value in what I have to offer? Or how can I maximize their purchase or help them to get the best deal? Hosting, that's a really good key there, right? I don't want my customers to spend more money than they have to. So I'm always going to help them, give them the best option. So I just I've looked at my PRV orders coming in this month, like on my website, my PWS orders coming in this month. And there's many customers I have who haven't ordered from a long time in a long time, and many of them are placing larger size orders. So I don't like to make assumptions about my customers, right? And that's what I'm encouraging you not to do. Let the customer be the one to say no. Let them decide how to spend their money. Your job is to stay visible, to stay consistent, to keep showing up, to keep serving them, to keep adding value. Don't decide for them if a product is within their budget or a good fit for them. Keep sharing and let them make the decision. Remember, Sarah Speechley said that to me years ago. Actually, I was sitting next to her on a panel. I think it was Denver SFR, so probably dating all the way back to 2010. And she said, it's up to you to share and up to them to decide. And that has always stuck with me. So let's dial into some PRV ideas that are working right now. It's what you came for, the tactics, right? These are actionable things you can do this week to bring in sales without overthinking it. And I have a list, so I'm going to pull it up here so that I can make sure that I don't miss anything. Number one, okay, reach out to past customers. If your follow-up game isn't spot on, that's a great place to start. Use the reorder feature in the workstation or use the Sensi Connect app. The Sensi Connect app makes things so simple for us. It tells us when they've gotten their orders. It tells us who needs to reorder. It tells us how to check in with them. It's as simple as, hey, are you running low on whatever their favorite scent is? Do you want me to grab some, bring back my bars before they're over? I know you loved this product previously. It's not your customer's job to reach out to you. It's your job to keep them informed. Okay. And then it's up to them to decide what they want, right? But always consider the upsell, right? A customer calls you to order, or you're doing some follow-up and they want something. Make sure you're asking all the other things. Do they need light bulbs? Do they need scent circles? What do they need? Be connected and offer to offer them other opportunities of things that might be a good fit for them. It's called the upsell, right? Some people do that really, really well, and you can add so much PRV if you upsell well. Okay, another thing that's working right now, obviously beyond the follow-up, is lots of people are having success curating their own scent crates. Now, we have an incredible whiff box. The whiff box is fantastic. So obviously you want to share that. But people like easy decisions. And so curating your own scent crates or your own mystery bags, that kind of thing, those are working really well right now. You don't have to be super creative. Okay, you don't have to go overboard with it. A mystery bag is just they don't know what they're going to get. Now, make sure you are up on the rules for advertising these things, right? Those coolers, you saw the coolers. People were buying those Target coolers. They were on sale, great price, and they were filling them with 40, 50, 75, or $100 worth of mystery product. And customers were snapping them up. In fact, many people said, I don't have success typically with mystery bundles, but I sold 20 of these, or I sold 15, or I sold 40, whatever the number is. Now, those coolers are out of stock at Target, but other places have coolers, and you can always pivot and personalize and make this something that works for you. Okay, so that's number one. Seasonal themes, like I'm doing a summer splash scent crate this month. The crate escape, fresh picked. We share these ideas all the time. Get creative. What would that look like? That would include some full-size product, maybe some samples. You can't charge for samples, of course. Maybe you want to throw in a little extras of non-Scentsy product, whatever it is. Make them exclusive, price them at a price point that your customers will love, whether that be $30 or $50 or $35, whatever that sweet spot is, because your customers. Okay, but maybe you want to curate some mystery products, right? Back to school gift bundles, hot right now for sure. I'm going to give you a bunch of ideas for them. Many of them are for teachers, a couple of them are for customers, and then don't forget the mom. Okay. Maybe for teachers, you've seen, I don't have one sitting here. I was going to grab one. You've seen Samantha May, Amy Durnan shared those adorable um, crayon pencil cases from Dollar Tree that they are filling with a room spray and some extra like teacher essentials like expo marker, pen, maybe an eraser, like expo eraser, that kind of thing. Maybe a little candy or a little snack for the teacher, that kind of thing. Drink mix. Those have done really, really well. Back to school lunch sacks, I saw someone is promoting. They got them at Target in the $3 section. They added a cute chenille letter to the front of them, put in a buddy clip, scissors, crayons, a popsicle box with erasers, or, like a school supply box with erasers, glue sticks, all that kind of thing. That is a back to school gift for a child going back to school. I've seen teacher bundles made in a little caddy. You can get the caddies at the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, or Target has them with swipes, scent circles, pens, glue, expo markers, Post-it notes, lemonade patches. Those are, again, teacher bundles, right? Other teacher gifts. For a few years now, we've done those counter clean with the expo markers, right? I've seen a cute version this year of Scentsy Fresh with an expo marker, that I'm here for a fresh new year. Cute little tag. Another teacher gift that I've seen floating around is wishing you a poppin' school year. It's a scent circle. It's a bag of Skinny Pop or Boom Chicka popcorn, whatever that is, or a little thing of microwave popcorn even. Get creative. Maybe a mom back to school survival kit. You could put a wax bar, room spray, sugar. You can put whatever you want in it, right? Like, just get creative. What does a mom need or want? Maybe they need some self-care and love at this point with going back to school. But there are so many ideas floating out there, around out there, so many creative consultants coming up with incredible ideas and sharing them. So take advantage of this opportunity. Now is the time to be promoting these things, because lots of people go back to school. Lots of kids go back to school between the beginning, well, actually late July in some parts of the country, but through the beginning of September. So you have a really nice window of time here to take advantage of this. Now, let's not forget our college students. Move-in bundles, dorm essentials, right? Think about things that a college student might want. Maybe they need counter clean. Maybe they need swipes. They need body wipes. Those are, if those are still available, right? Fragrance flowers, Scentsy Air Solo or Air Mini pods, fragrance flowers, scent packs, Scentsy Fresh. You get the idea. Create a couple bundles and offer them to your customers at a couple different price points. You can call them like a dorm essentials, dorm room essentials kit, whatever you want. Parents, aunts, uncles, gift givers, all the people, right? But make it easy and give them specifics. Don't just say, do you need a college bundle for anyone? Because they don't even know what that is. So create, it's much better if you say, create a dorm essential kit, right? And share that with specifics, make it easy for them. Okay. Sample follow-up, right? Blitz. Reach out to anyone you've given a sample to the past 60 days. Did you try it? Want me to add it to the next order? When you send out samples, samples are a waste of your time, money, and resources if you don't follow up on them. Well, they're also a waste of your time if you create them, spend time creating them, and you don't do anything with them. They need to leave your home after you make them, and then you need to follow up, because most people will not proactively call you and say, I really love that sample. Can I get that? But reach out and follow up. So set an alarm when you set them out. How long will it take for them to get them? Or if you've dropped them in bags that you've been delivering, that kind of thing, then maybe 3 days later for that. But a follow-up is really important. So make sure you're doing that. And it's a great way to boost PRV. When you have them, ask them also when they say, oh yeah, I'd love 3 bars of that. And then, would you like a 6-pack? Let me give you some of my favorite suggestions. Or I know you like this, this, and this. Knowing your customer is critical, because then you can help them with other fragrances they might like. Do they need light bulbs? Like we already talked about the upsell, so you get it. Promote Scentsy Club. This is a great time to promote Scentsy Club, but you should always be promoting Scentsy Club. And if you don't do that, you are missing out on a huge opportunity. You know, my PRV every month from Sensi Club is growing for sure, but it's significant. It does add a lot to my commission. So don't miss that opportunity. Bring back my bar, you know, promote, always get my bar. Do you have customers that ordered bring back my bar this month, right? Make sure that you're promoting. And if you didn't promote bring back my bar, well, we'll get to that in current promos in just a minute. But maybe you want to curate some bundles on Sensi Club for your customers as well. You know, these are my top laundry favorites, or my top bathroom must-haves, or here's my favorite Sensi Club bundle. Here's what you would get everything you need, all the norms for the month, and you could set it up on repeats, come every month. Maybe it's their laundry, maybe it's some cleaning products, maybe it's a couple bars of wax or a couple pods, but you can help them curate bundles for Sensi Club so that they have everything showing up at their door, right? So make sure that you are promoting Sensi Club. I also love, and I saw a version of this, but you can create your own, that, you know, we have Sensi Club exclusives, like those bricks. And so I love that we have some fragrances like sea salt and avocado, for example, that you cannot get outside of Sensi Club. So are you sharing those fragrances with your customers? They're a great thing to sample and let them know you can get that in your Sensi Club, only in your Sensi Club, and you can get it in a brick. You can even get a half price brick if your club is the right size. So focus on that. Okay, current promotions. We should always take advantage of everything Sensi offers us. You know, the catalog is our bread and butter, right? The products that are available all the time, and are our bread and butter. But we also always have these current promos and LTOs. Take advantage of them. Make sure that it's timely. Grab this before it retires on this day. Grab this while it's available. Curated bundles make easy gifting, right? We've got every Monday in July, we're dropping those curated bundles. You should be sharing them every week. Now, bonus if you share a real life photo of them versus, you know, like a flyer. Don't share flyers, friends. Maybe you want to, you know, share your top 3 or top 6 bring back my bar picks. You could go live in your VIP group. You could create a reel or a story that gets clicks, right? Make sure you're taking advantage of the focus bonus this month, which is that Air Quad linen. If you sell 2 of them, it's 2 to unlock it, then that's an extra $21 for each of them that you sell. And it's not a limit of 2. It starts at 2. So you sell your first 2, that's $42 that you're going to get in your commission, you know, when the promotion is over, the following commission run. That's a lot of extra money. Some people are actually taking that and they are incenting their customers with a personal special. Now, a reminder, all personal specials have to be shared one-on-one. Only one-on-one communication for personal specials. Can't be sharing them outside of that, right? But some people are taking that Air Quad linen and they know they're going to get, you know, they've sold 2 of them. So they know they're going to get an extra $21. And so they're doing a personal special where they're throwing in some pods. Otherwise, if you don't want to do that, remember, you do get a 10% bonus or discount, your customers do, when they bundle 6 pods with any Air product. So don't forget about that. Okay, maybe you want to do a social series. I've seen this out there. 5 days of favorites. Maybe you're going to highlight your favorites in each category. Your favorite laundry products, your favorite bathroom, your favorite on the go, your favorite vacation products, your favorite back to school products, your favorite it's almost fall products, your favorite beach at the summer products, your favorite, you know, whatever the case may be. You can create whatever favorites that you want, and you can highlight them on social media. Use a daily call to action, like comment beach if you want details on this bundle, right? Why do you want a call to action? Why do you want them commenting instead of dropping a link? You want them commenting because it boosts your algorithm, right? It also gives you an ongoing record that you can go back to if you do it on your grid or your wall, where you can see what people wanted. All right. Other ideas that kind of align with that. Top 3 cents to beat the heat. Okay. Best sellers under 30. My back to school favorites, whatever the case may be, right? But just get creative because that's what draws people in. All right. Maybe it's time for you to do a porch party or a sniff and sip. Maybe it's time to do a Christmas in July open house, right? You could do it on social media. You could do it literally at your house, whatever works for you, of course. But invite a few friends, especially if you're inviting them over. Make it super simple. Testers, light snacks, low pressure, high PRV. Okay. It's also a good opportunity if you're doing like Christmas in July to book some of these events for later in the fall as well. All right. A couple more ideas. Sample bags with a challenge, right? Have you done a borrow bag where you loan out maybe some air products and they try it for 48 hours. I think Kelly Tinney created this many, many, many years ago, the borrow bag idea, and they're just going to keep it for 48 hours to borrow it and try it. You certainly know people who have never tried our products, or maybe they're loyal to our wax and warmers, but you want them to try something else. Get it in their hands and let them try it. Okay. Drop it off with a note, share them. You can even have them vote for their favorites. Follow up 48 hours later. So let's keep going, shall we? Other ideas I've seen people create really cute bundles, 6 bars. Maybe they go to Dollar Tree or Target had, some of those glass little cups with the wood lids on them. So 6 bars and a $1 cup or a $1 water bottle, cutesied up together, all of those things, but theme them out. Make it 6 fragrances that are themed, for example. You might want to do a pop-up party at work, at the gym, your favorite realtor. Just ask. Now's a good time also to book fundraisers. Lots of people this time of year start doing the fundraisers for the teachers, where you're going to help fulfill, give some of that commission to the teachers so that they can, teachers, they spend so much money out of their own pocket on school supplies. So order for me this week, maybe 25% goes to the Booster Club, whatever the case may be. Now, you cannot just share something like that on social media without permission from the group that you legitimately are going to do that, right? You can't use an organization's name for a fundraiser without their permission, written permission. So be aware of that. All right. I love also to send voice messages to my customers. I love to share with them things that I know they would love. Like, for example, I have some customers that absolutely loved 2 fragrances we had in the past, Serene Green and Fresh Cut Grass. And those are kind of unique fragrances, right? So when the Grazing Grasslands collection came out, I immediately reached out to them and said, hey, I haven't smelled it yet, but I'm hopeful that this is going to be one of your favorites. Do you want to sample when I get it in? Or I have a couple of VIP customers that I said, hey, I'm sending you one of these bars. Again, can't publicly share that, right? Because I want you to try it, right? Because they can add it to their club if they love it. So curate your own summer scent packs, bundles, scent mixtures. I feel like we used to do this really well and we've kind of gotten away from it. Making scent recipes with 2 fragrances or more. Sometimes it's 3 fragrances to create our own custom experience. And those are really great things to share with your customers in a VIP group, in a newsletter, however you communicate with your customers. I also love in this season, in my customer newsletter, we are always sharing a creative way to use one of our products. So for example, scent packs are really great, especially once they've, they're really great in shoes. So I take all my old scent packs and they go into my teenage, to like scuzzy boy shoes. Does that make sense? Because they still have some smell, or they can go in a linen drawer or whatever the case may be. But if you are constantly sharing these kind of tips, adding value to your customers, they naturally think I should try that too, right? Referrals work. Don't forget that. Maybe you want to run a clearance sale off of our clearance tab of the workstation, right? Maybe you want to start do 24-hour clearance sale. And of course, don't overthink vendor events or local markets. There was a season, and why would you want to do events? Number one, a great place to sell, great place to expand your customer base, right? And they are great for bookings. And of course, we've got that $9 join promo this month. So great place to meet new people for that. But so if you've been around a while, you might think, I can't find any events to get into. Everything is booked. I've tried over the years. I'm going to encourage you to try again because this summer, I was able to book so many events that previously were booked up for this summer and this fall. So just because it was previously booked up doesn't mean it is now. So get out there and try. And what if you don't have stock? Okay, that's fine. You aren't just focusing on sales. Don't forget the other thing we sell. We sell the opportunity to partner with Scentsy as well. What if it's too hot for wax? Okay, we have a county fair that we are going to do wax free. We're going to focus on air products, pods, fragrance flowers, all of our other products, and that's fine. All right. And then of course, the scent and warmer of the month, right? Don't ever forget about promoting that, right? People love to see what you're warming and your honest reactions to it. People love real life recommendations. So if you aren't using our products, it's really hard to do that. I would encourage you, pop open a party for yourself so that you've got some host rewards so you can try some new things, because you're not going to give a testimonial on a product that you don't already use. Okay. All right. What's next? Next week, we are diving into week 4 of our Back to the Basics. We're going to talk about Scentsy Club. We're going to talk about steady sales and how Scentsy Club can help you create long-term consistency and predictability in your business. But this week, here's what I want you to focus on. It's time to get clear on what your sales plan is. Now, when I say that, what do I mean? Well, here's the deal. If you don't know where your PRV is going to come from for the month, now we're always going to have some PRV we aren't counting on, right? But if you don't plan for your PRV, then it's going to be really hard to accomplish it. So I'm going to encourage you to sit down. This is my goal for the month for my PRV. This is where it's already come from. This is how much I have left. And I want you to take some of these strategies and I want you to build a plan. Don't overthink it. Doesn't have to be super creative. Just here's what my goal is. Here's how much is left. You've got half the month left, right? And this is where I'm going to break down, and this is what I'm going to share and how and where. Overshoot on your PRV goal, of course, right? And then get to work. You don't need to do it all by any means. Definitely don't do it all. Take 3, maybe 4 ideas. If the idea as I shared it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Pivot and turn it into something that works for you and your customers. Make sure you're following up, making offers, sharing the products that you love, how you're using them yourself, and just get creative. This is a really good season to get creative. You've got all the tools. Let's stop wishing. Let's start working. Go use them. All right. You're the CEO. Let's build it like we mean it. All right. I will be back here next week and we'll be chatting Scentsy Club.